Still using my Santa mug. Still waiting for some cunt to send me a fucking Batman mug. Aye, so, to answer Archie's question, he put the question out earlier today, or late last night, depending where you are in the world, of the affordable luxury wristwatch, to which he alluded to a conversation he had with his friend Greg Kinder, who's an exceptionally pleasant chap, may I add. I've had a couple of telephone conversations with Greg, and he's basically put out there that Archie says that a luxury wristwatch should be vulgar and expensive and over the top. I should therefore have a nervous rash when discussing the price of it with my wife, bloody fucking bloody blah, and it shouldn't be affordable to the masses. I'll tell you what, I mean, I've never owned a sort of a high-end brand, so I can't speak through experience, but what I do know is that, as you all know, right now I'm sort of trying to save up the funds to buy a Reverso. Now, I tried a Reverso one about 3 weeks ago. If that watch was £3,500, and the girl would have taken a £3,500 deposit and allowed me to pay up for 80 months, for 80 quid a month for 3 years like my Braemont, then all of a sudden it's not as appealing. I think this is sort of my slant and what Archie's getting at, is that to have that sort of, not dream piece, but that sort of luxury high-end stuff. Oh, this is sort of, we're getting up there now. I think you should all sort of aim for something that's a little bit, maybe a wee bit beyond what you're comfortable spending. I think that's part of the fun of chasing a luxury sort of item like that. When Archie says though that it should be sort of painful to own, I can't go with that. I can't agree with that, because I tell you this now: if I bought a second-hand Reverso for £3,500, and everybody says, "Oh, brilliant! I've got a £6,500 watch for £3,500," and then I thought, well, it's 5 years old, and I took it to a specialist, and they said, "Oh, well, it could do with a service. It will have to go back to JIOC for the service." And then I get fucking hit with £1,000 bill for the service. All of a sudden, that would pretty much, that sort of pain would pretty much scunner me off of luxury wristwatches, probably forever. In the same way that, being hit with a fucking supermassive bill for my Porsche scunnered me off fast cars forever. So yes, in many respects, a luxury wristwatch, you're not going to get a bargain. It has to be, to a certain degree, untenable, because, as he says, if the masses can have it, where's the luxury in that? If every other fucker's got it, you know what I mean? You want something like that, go and buy a Tag. But I think you should always try and aim just that little bit above where you're comfortable with, and it probably feels that much better when you buy it. And it helps you push yourself. It gives you that goal, doesn't it? I mean, where's the fucking goal in going out and buying something that you're comfortable, spending the money you're comfortable with? I can understand what you're saying in that respect. You have to go and just sort of push the boat out a little bit, but don't fucking fuck yourself to go and buy it. Don't fucking remortgage your house or anything stupid as that, because then you will be in shit street. But it has to be a little bit out there, make it a little bit sort of uncomfortable. I'm comfortable spending £80 a month on my Braemont. Would I be comfortable spending £130, £140 a month on a wristwatch? I don't know, and maybe that's a challenge. Maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll get to go down the new route and say, well, fuck it, I'll have it pay over a couple of years, put down a couple of £1,000 and pay the other £3,000 off £150 a month, and just put myself in that, almost in that uncomfortable position where you're sort of, you are testing yourself as sorts to do it. Well, that's my thoughts. I mean, it's not much. I mean, I can't comment, I suppose, on owning Rolexes, not because I never have. But I know where I'm looking to go, and I know that I have to psych myself up to be able to basically say, well, fuck it, I'm having that. I know there's probably 10 things I could spend $6,000 on before I spend $6,000 on that. But the main things are taken care of. I'm having it. That's my trophy for all the fucking hard work I do and the fact that I take care of my family. And, you know, that's your goal, is to attain that trophy. I might actually be suffering a little setback, if I'm being honest with you, because I was doing my daughter's homework with her tonight, and I'm gonna have to get her some tutoring or something. I'm not going to be one of these parents. I'll be honest with you here. I'm not going to be one of these parents that's going to sit there and go, oh yeah, we Jonathan's doing so well at school. The teachers, I went to the parents' evening. I was so proud of them. They're so good, so clever. The teacher says they're wonderful. And you think, right, and then you meet this kid and they can't add 2 and fucking 2 together. There's a lot of people that are sort of blind or won't own up to their sort of children's, not shortfallings, but it's sort of obvious that my little girl's not, the spelling could be better for 6 and, reading. So that might eat into the JLC fund, getting her some extra tutoring. And, I'll admit that, it's, and that's it. That comes first, of course. But hey, these things happen, don't they? But I'm going to be honest about it. Right, anyway, if I can go off on one. I'll see you all again. Cheers.